Congressman, you got a second? Just want to ask you about the meeting with Leader McCarthy.
Jim, I gotta get rid of the vote. Apologize.
He said what you said was not true about the cocaine and the orgies. What's that? Any chance we get a quick comment here at the crosswalk?
You have to go through the wall.
What's that?
Just contact our press secretary in the wall. If you want an interview, you got to go through our guy.
This member of Congress from North Carolina went on to suggest he had observed his peers using cocaine and had been invited to parties unfit for discussion on a Sunday night television show. In less than one full term in Congress, this member claims he witnessed or was asked to participate in all manner of illegality and immorality. So my question for the congressman is simply this: who? Give us the names. If you're being invited to cocaine parties by colleagues, tell us who invited you. Who used illicit drugs in front of you? Who broke the very laws they passed and expect us to follow? Which of your colleagues thinks he or she is above the law? Who is doubling as a deviant by night while talking about family values by day? So stop with the nuance. Name the politicians or other officials who did drugs in front of you and invited you to sex parties. The people I was around did none of what you described, ever. So if you're being invited to NC-17 parties and watching people do cocaine, then you're hanging around with the wrong people. But you should name them so their constituents know what they're doing on the people's time. And if, on the other hand, none of what you described really happened, you need to admit that too.
In order to get an interview with me, you got to go through some representatives, or maybe just go on some random podcast, and I'll tell you all of the dirty secrets. Lastly, before we let you jump in here, I want to get to Lauren Witzke and her co-host, because they're still buying this. As we talked about last week, the damage is done. So if we're looking for some names, name them, because these folks definitely are buying it. Watch.
So, there's multiple people that have experienced this. I'm grateful to hear that Madison Cawthorn didn't get drug in. He was able to expose it before, but how come we haven't heard of this before? That would have been the first thing I'd be blasting from the rooftops.
Well, I think that clearly it's a well-kept secret, and of course a secret that could lead to deaths. And I think
that's why McCarthy's getting involved.
Well, Mr. McCarthy, you've got quite a caucus.
You got quite a caucus there, Mr. McCarthy. How are you going to deal with this? I know this has been the 5th level of the Madison Cawthorn fallout, but they're still looking for those answers. Madison Cawthorn looks shook for the first time in his political career because who knows what they told him behind closed doors, Adrian. I guess I'm only guessing at this point.
Yeah, Madison Cawthorn is learning quickly the consequences of speaking the truth about your own party and really what goes on in Washington, D.C., because it's exposing all the hypocrisy that is really the face of the entire party. And it's just so interesting right now seeing how Cawthorn has stepped in it. It wasn't when he was essentially advancing white supremacy or anti-Semitism or racism in any way. No, it wasn't an issue for his party, but God, when he tells the truth, that is the problem. So I'm enjoying watching this play out because everybody knows what goes down. Let's be real here. And it's not that the Republicans are anyway boxing out and dominating the field on this. Everybody has things that they do not want other people to know about their extracurricular activities, and Madison Cawthorn speaking up about it is really problematic for them.
When clout chasing goes wrong, it's just the way it always works. He's looking for that attention, and boy, did he get it.